Here we see the elusive YouTuber getting ready to film. Let's watch. But am I being funny? What do you think of this backdrop, guys? Wow. So we're actually out here on the lake at Lake Tawakoni, Thousand Trails, and we're gonna re-record our review of Texoma Thousand Trails, since the footage that we did of that while we were out at the Hagerman Wildlife Refuge, it was so windy that we couldn't use any of it. Well, we used some of the video in another video, but we couldn't use any of the audio because it was just, yeah, over blasted with wind. And yeah, say hi.
So basically we procrastinate and took us 3 weeks to refilm it.
Yeah.
4 weeks? Something like that to refilm
So
it.
it's actually coming out next week, or this week. Yeah, this
I
Friday.
was planning on putting that in the video.
Well, this is in the video.
But then why are you
It's
saying it's coming out this Friday when it's out?
Oh, yeah, it's this video.
Are you coming? Because I've been filming for 2 minutes now.
Oh, hi guys. Hey.
The microphone, you need to be on this side.
Hi guys.
Okay. Hi. What are we doing?
Ow.
Okay, so this is not my original idea. If you're into true crime, maybe you've heard of the My Favorite Murder.
Karen in Georgia.
If you're into true crime, maybe you've heard of the My Favorite Murder podcast with Karen in Georgia.
Go to myfavoritemurder.com and check out who they are.
But my point is they do a thing to end their podcast with, is they do their one good thing that happened that week, because their podcast is all talking about true crime and stuff, and it can get kind of heavy, so they want to lighten the mood and bring positivity out. And other people have since taken that on and said, I know some people say, hey, this is my distraction of the week, and we thought we'd
do our highlight of the week.
Yeah, we'd want to spread some positivity, but that idea and the credit for it completely goes to Karen Kilgariff and Georgia Hardstark.
myfavoritemurder.com. They have a great podcast. They're wonderful ladies to listen to.
They're funny.
They're entertaining.
Someone's dad described it as the F-word murder mystery girls.
Yeah.
We love their podcast. And
go check them out, myfavoritemurder.com. That's 3 times I've said it. You should remember it by now.
But anyway, this idea, all credit goes to them. But what was your highlight of the week?
My highlight of the week. Oh, that was next week, so I don't. This week. When I unboxed the shirt that my brother and sister-in-law sent me. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh, I cried. I cried when I seen it. That was definitely my highlight. Thank you, John.
Sherry.
Thank you, John and Sherry. You guys are awesome. Hey, so what was your highlight of the week?
Okay, so you know, I don't know if they know because I don't remember if I've said it, but throughout the whole 75 Hard journey, and even till now,
this is a good highlight, folks.
I've always said, I just don't see a difference, even with taking the daily progress pictures, and I knew I didn't necessarily feel different, and I couldn't see a difference, and now looking at pictures and old videos, I'm okay, I see a slight difference, but
I could see a difference.
It doesn't look like an astronomical difference to me. But we had to go to the store because Dad needed a new mouse, and I was like...
My mouse spoke.
I saw this pair of Levi's that I really wanted, but they didn't have... I couldn't remember my exact size, but like they didn't have one that looked like it was close to my size, and I just really wanted them. Like, well, if I get them, then they can just be my goal pair of shorts to fit into while we're doing this challenge. Like, those will be my goal to fit into them. So I got them, and I got home, and they actually fit. And I looked at my pair of jeans, and they're 3 sizes smaller than what my jeans are.
3 sizes smaller?
Yeah, and I'm just honestly so insanely floored because I don't
Freaking awesome.
I don't feel like I look that different. And I mean the scale like itself, yeah, it's 20-pound difference since we started this, but I didn't think that translated into 3 pant sizes.
Well, I've lost pant sizes. You just didn't think
you've lost 1 pant size.
1 or 2?
Well, you've gone down 1. You haven't officially gone down the other.
So
could just be because
I can fit into the size smaller, but they're tight. So technically, I've lost a pant size.
But it's like
but you've lost 3.
Yeah, because I'm just honestly so I legitimately was not expecting them to fit.
Comment down below. Give her an atta girl. I think it's awesome. That's an incredible highlight. You keep stepping back.
Well, I'm stepping with you. Look how far back you are. I'm following
you. I keep stepping
you.
back to get our heads level.
Well, I'm following you.
But you're short.
Well, I have a microphone.
I'm tall. Okay. So, but that ain't why we're here today. Why are we here today?
That was our highlight of the
That
week.
was
So
our
comment
highlight.
below what your highlights are.
Yeah, do us that. Comment below. Tell us what your highlights were. Throw her some love. That's so awesome.
I'm honestly so floored.
I
don't feel like I look different. But wow. Was that 2?
2.
It was 3.
3. Well, that was a piece. Yay. I don't know how to do. Oh, thumbs up. That's what it was supposed to be. A thumbs up.
I was wondering.
We got the right one now.
You just put up a 2. I thought you were just saying.
Supposed to be a
no,
thumbs
I thought
up.
you were saying 2 pant sizes.
No, it was 3 pant sizes, but a big thumbs up. I'm Tim, the dad.
Grace, the mom.
I'm Crystal.
The daughter. And this is Abby, the pup.
And Ollie, my baby.
And we
You're
are
watching
seeouRView. Hope you enjoy our video.
Hi.
So, you want to get into today's video?
Today's video is a re-recording, which we may or may not have already said that.
Yeah.
But it's a re-recording of our Lake Texoma review, even though we're here at the fabulous Lake Tawakoni.
Who says you have to be in the places you talk about?
Well, we did a review while we were there, but we
were at Hagerman.
We did it outdoors at Hagerman, and the wind picked up, and we didn't have.
We did.
We actually did, but the wind was so windy that it killed our audio big time. You guys may have seen that fail video. Is this the right time? That fail video of when we tried to do it and the wind just broke it all up. It's right up there.
Was, but yeah.
If you haven't seen it, go check it out and you'll know what we're talking about. But anyway, we're re-recording that. We've got some great pictures to show you, but we want to do a little bit twist on it because we've been there. We were there 2 years ago, and then we were back there again this time, and there's a stark difference in our opinion of the park and how well we liked it or didn't like it. And
what's interesting is we're in the same exact spot as our first trip there.
Yes. And we've done this one.
First impressions
Our first impressions of Texoma were good, bad, indifferent.
We liked it. Cell service, as always with T-Mobile, was spotty.
Yeah,
but
and that's not the park's fault. It is what it is.
But we did get it in some spots.
Yeah, we
had a nice secluded spot.
Yep, down by the cabins where we had no neighbors on one side of us and plenty of room before the next neighbor on the other side.
I will say we did have some issues our first year there because it wasn't all rosy. But
what issues did we have?
Well, we were there for New Year's, and we wanted to. And there was a friend who was a tenter, so he spent all of his free time in the lodge while it was open.
Right.
And it was New Year's, and we thought we wanted to go, hang out, have a good New Year's, spend it outside of the camper, and bring him a plate of food. And the annuals there had taken over the lodge and just had their stuff spread out all over tables.
So the tables that they weren't occupying, they had filled with stuff, liquor, food.
Their jackets
were just thrown on a table.
Could sit there.
I mean, every table in there had something on it that was a personal item or bunches of personal items where we had literally no place to sit.
And we literally walked in with food, and they just kind of stared us down.
They looked at us like, what are y'all doing here? This is our lodge, and you're not welcome. And not a single person offered to get up and move anything, make room for us. And we ended up taking our food and going back to the RV and eating there by ourselves.
But despite that, we actually really liked the park itself.
Yeah, the park was wonderful. I really enjoyed that it was close to Hagerman, the National Wildlife Refuge. And
it was really pretty.
The lake was gorgeous. The lake was beautiful.
They had picnic benches all around the lake.
Yeah. They had clean bathrooms with good showers.
They've got these unique little wood carvings of animals all throughout the park, which I thought was cool. They still have those, but
they're just not kept up anymore. And we'll throw some pictures of all that stuff because I took a lot of pictures then, and so you're probably seeing those as we talk.
3 times?
We've stayed there at least 3 times.
Well, the first year was like 3 times.
Yeah, and then we came back there.
We were expecting to love it.
Yeah, a few weeks ago we were there.
We were expecting to love it, and when we got there, it was just, I don't know, there was something off about the vibe, I think.
It was not the same place. We weren't as impressed with it.
Although the
lake was murky and dirty looking.
And that's because they were doing construction outside
the
park.
They're rebuilding the bridge that goes across the lake outside the park, and they're drilling for the pylons to hold up the new bridge, and all that murk is just saturating the entire lake, and it just looks like an old dirty pond.
They have made some improvements to the park. One thing that I noticed was different was that the laundry room, it used to be the coin operator, and it used to be a small, stifling little room. But since they had to lock down the lodge, they kind of knocked down a wall and opened that up to give you a seating area in the laundry room. Though they ask that only 2 people be in there at a time. However, the campers generally don't follow that rule.
Right.
And they switched out the machines so they work on both card and coin.
So you didn't have to worry about making sure you had enough quarters to get through your laundry?
Or card reader not working.
But one of the
That was
big
nice.
disappointments I had was they've done something with their water out there. That the water went out a couple times for repairs, and when it came back on, whenever we turned the water on in the RV for about 2 days, it would just
Milky.
very milky and cloudy, and you'd have to
Really gross.
you'd have to run it real low and
let it
filter it and let it sit for it to clear up. And I don't know what's in the water, but even when we were using the bathhouses and take a shower, it was just felt so slick that, I mean, it's like it's over softened or something. I don't know what it is, but
It was not good for my scalp.
it was really not what I remembered the water to be like when we were there before. Something's definitely up with it.
I will say I did notice them mowing. I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you. Didn't that help?
It went away.
Yeah. Works every time.
I did notice that they did mow fairly often. So it
Yeah,
wasn't
they
bad.
have they definitely have full staff over there. In fact, their staff is who comes over here
to
once or
walk in.
twice a week to mow and do a little bit
But
of
talk
upkeep.
about how they did the propane on you.
Well,
That was disappointing.
I took my propane tank. We ran out of propane
The
in the
portable
grill.
one from the grill.
So I took it up to the propane station and put my name on it and went in and asked, when do they fill propane? They said, leave it there overnight. The guy will be here first thing in the morning. He comes in about 8 o'clock. He fills them before he goes out on his rounds. So just come by after that and you should be good to go. Well, I come by the next morning about 10 o'clock. And
3.
was
It was
3 in the
3 p.m.
afternoon? So anyway, it was afternoon. I come by, propane tank wasn't full. It was still sitting outside the fence.
So you go in
So
and
I
ask
went
about
in,
it.
and a different lady says, oh, well, he doesn't do his propane rounds until before he leaves in the evening, about 4:30. So, come back about 5 and it should be done. We'll leave him a note again to make sure you're on the list. So I come back about
6.
6 before they close the office, and it still wasn't done. So I ask about it again. They says, I don't know what happened. Leave a note, and they'll fill it in the morning for sure.
That went on for 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3
before he
days, I
said-
finally went ahead and grabbed my propane bottle and threw it in the truck and
drove
took it
down
up
the
the
road.
road to a propane dealership and got it filled and come on back. It's just like my request for propane went into the never land.
I mean, good thing
like,
we
you
didn't-
ain't never getting it here, dude. You ain't never getting it here.
Good thing we didn't need it in the rig.
If you're at Texoma and you need propane,
Head down to 374.
head down 374?
Yeah.
Towards Whitehead, Whitesboro, and there on the left is going to be Enterby's. Stop in there, get it filled. Those are great folks. They'll take care of you and they'll do it right.
Grill tank or a rig tank.
Yep.
So what else about this trip this year?
This trip, there were no real issues per se, but I just didn't get
A welcoming vibe.
the chiggers. Let me
That
tell
too.
you about the chiggers, buddy.
Bugs.
The chiggers, every time I just get eat up with them.
He wears compression socks, so they're super thick
They
on
get
his
under my
legs.
socks and they eat me up. The chiggers are bad out that way, and it ain't the park's fault. It's just that part of town, because even when we went over into Oklahoma at the state park there, I got chigger bites out there. So it's just the area and that part of Texas.
Stop what you're doing. I know you're watching our video right now, but pause, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and leave a comment. Okay, now finish that video. You are pretty close to Oklahoma, and right across the bridge there is a casino, so it's like, 10 minutes away?
Yeah.
So
we
if
got
you
a
like
casino.
gambling, you can go into Oklahoma when things are open.
Yep. Good.
Fair warning, talk about the road into Texoma.
If you're following GPS and you're on the 80, like coming from the Dallas area, your GPS is going to tell you to turn
On to Sadler.
on
or
Sadler, which is like
902.
902.
Or 901.
Don't do it.
901,
Don't do it. 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 Not in the rig. Not if you're pulling trail. Just don't do it. Those are smaller roads that you really got no reason to have your rig on. Keep going. GPS is going to tell you to take the next road and you turn back. Don't listen to them.
Take the
Keep going.
Take it all the way into
Go
the
into
374.
Take the 374
into Whitesboro.
and from Whitesboro, take it north, head all the way up to Gordonville Road, take a right, take a left on Cedar Mills, and you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Good roads, straight shot.
You can get propane on the way.
Yeah. Don't listen to GPS. Don't do it.
You want to say anything else? Is that a spider on my phone?
Yeah.
Get off!
It's just a little one.
Get off my phone!
It's a jumping spider.
It's on the tripod now.
Oh, sure. Leave it for me to deal with.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else we want to say? I mean, it's hot right now, folks, and so
It's hard
to give a good review when the parks are so hot. But anywhere you go out here, it's going to be hot.
We're just not reviewer people, are we?
Well, we
don't know.
give opinions.
Take it or leave
We say
it.
what we like or don't like, but we don't. Our reviews are not like.
They're casual.
Yeah, they're not like some of the others where they're going to go and tell you every aspect about the park and watch you walk around and film this and that and whatever. We'll give you an honest opinion of what the experience was like for us.
Texoma had the best gym
Yeah,
of all the Texas parks, but it's
everything's
closed.
amenities are closed.
But I loved their fitness
Activities
room
are
2
closed.
years ago.
So it's also hard to give a good vibe review about a park when you can't really experience
The
and
whole
interact. You know, you're just there to stay and you're on your own. Ooh, that phone's getting hot.
Yeah. Should we end it? Who are you gonna shout out?
So we're gonna do a shout out.
Yeah.
I want to shout out. We've shouted out these guys before, but right now they deserve an attaboy, a congratulations, and they need a ton of watch hours. But they just hit 1,000 subscribers. It's worth celebrating. When I asked how many watch hours they had, they told me about 200. So you need 4,000 watch hours, folks. So go hit them up. Put their playlist on play. If you don't want to sit there and watch it, turn the volume down, go to another screen, do whatever you want to do. You know, I recommend you watching them, but they really need the watch hours. So hit up their playlist, play them through, give them some love. That's Mike and MJ over at, what's their channel? Mike and MJ's RV Adventures. Mike and MJ's RV Adventures. Go hit them up. Let's get their watch hours up to 4,000 so they can get monetized.
Follow their recipes because MJ's
a wonderful
really
cook.
good chimichanga.
Oh boy. You'll want to go and watch her recipes. She does very good, informative, I don't know, but I've tried her recipes and it's come out wonderful. So, and the way MJ presents it, it actually
easy to follow.
It makes you want to eat that food. It makes you want to try the recipe. So go hit them up. Tell them, please, tell them that seeouRView sent you. Watch their videos. Give them some watch hours. Subscribe to their channel. Give them thumbs up and comment and tell them how much you did or didn't like their videos and tell them we sent you.
Don't tell them you didn't like their video.
Okay, don't tell them you didn't like their video.
Tell them you loved it.
Give them some love. Help them get their watch hours up there. They're great folks. We love them, and we think you will too.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Where are we pointing? Right
Over
there?
here? Yep. If you're not already subscribed to us, click on the logo over here and subscribe.
Yeah.
Right up here's a video we think you might like. And right down here is a playlist with feature. That's all, folks.
And down here we're featured in other people's channels, so watch.
Yay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.